Mr. P. Diddy Combs has gotten himself into some more scandals. Let's check it out. Yo, when Kings talk, the conversation different, but you already know that. Mr. P. Diddy Combs done got himself caught up in some more drama. He about to lose some more money. P. Diddy Combs. Can we ever catch a break? TD Jakes, P. Diddy. TD Jakes, P. Diddy. But guess what? They're friends. And birds of a feather flock together. I keep telling y'all all the time. All you have to do is really pay attention. The truth is out there for you to be discovering. The truth is out there to be seen. All you gotta do is pay attention, take your feelings and emotions out of it. Just because you like this person and you fond of this person, take your feelings and emotions out of it and really look at the picture. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Why you think P. Diddy and Pastor TD Jakes so close? Because they be involved in the same things. They like the same things. Come on, man. You gotta make it make sense to me, man. When Kings talk, the conversation is different. And we gonna take it there. We gonna continue to cover this, man. I put together a little remix for y'all. Why has P. Diddy Combs been involved in all these different type of things? Why is he able to still walk around and do whatever it is that he wanna do? I'm telling you, give a person power, give a person money, give a person fame, you find out who they really are. And this is the pastor's homeboy. This is the pastor's good friend. And you wonder why the pastor is involved in all these allegations, because he's been doing the same thing, allegedly, as P. Diddy Combs. Y'all check this out, man.
Introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Barone.
Eva Barone Combs? Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents that nurture my child also. Please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man. So then he saw me and decided to pick me up and said to come inside and play with the kids.
Suspect. I don't want nobody. You want to get upset. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids and everybody else adopted kids. Charlie Theron. Everybody's never adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online.
Now, Diddy didn't just stop at giving Justin the Ferrari. Guess what he did next, guys? He offered Justin the mansion and told him he could have it when he turned 18.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
Now, this sounds like a wild dream for a kid, don't you think? I mean, first, Diddy promises Justin a Ferrari by 16, and next, he also promises Justin the mansion when he's just 18. So what could have been Diddy's motive for giving Justin these exorbitant gifts? We know Justin was a superstar kid and all. Still, given Diddy's history, we cannot help but think that perhaps he gave Justin these gifts just to lure him into certain activities that aren't proper for him to be engaged in. Not that there's anything wrong in giving him these things, but some parental guidance could have been instrumental here. Who knows? Anyways, Justin was very excited at the offer, and he obviously couldn't say no. I mean, who would? But Diddy said something that we cannot overlook. Now, back to the clip that you saw earlier that we asked you to keep in mind.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose.
please, who can tell us what Diddy could possibly want to do with young Justin that he couldn't mention in front of the camera? Thanks to his obvious body language, Diddy acted suspicious and Justin looked clueless. Could there be something that Diddy was gonna do that he didn't want anyone to know about? Well, we already knew what he did with Usher. The young and innocent Usher was exposed to explicit activities carried out by other celebrities under Diddy's watch. And not just that, he and Diddy even shared a bed. Man, this is really disturbing. Could that be what he wanted to do with young Justin as well? Expose him to things improper for his age. I mean, Diddy even confessed he didn't have legal custody over Justin as he had with Usher, so he had no right to expose Justin the way he did. The ultimate proof that Justin was influenced negatively is his confession of his struggles with addiction and breaking the law. The superstar opened up in his docuseries that he was using drugs early in his career and couldn't do without them.
There was a time where I was sipping lean, I was popping pills, I was doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape.
I mean, doesn't that sound like Diddy's influence? We can connect these dots because Justin was signed to Usher when he started his music career. After performing for Usher at the studio, it didn't take long for Usher to sign him, giving Diddy access to Justin because Usher was mentored and groomed by Diddy. As we clearly saw, it didn't go well for Justin. According to him, he said he wanted to have a sustainable heart and career. He also told fans that he didn't want to fall apart as he needed to fix some deep-rooted issues in his life. And thanks to his wife Haley and other people around him, he had all the support he needed to fight off the bad influence from his teenage years.
Doing Molly, shrooms, everything, and it was just an escape from.
Then, when you get 18, you get the house. You get the mansion.
Okay, I get the mansion?
Yeah.
Diddy's secret is out again, and this time around, we're looking at what he did to Usher and Justin Bieber. Now, we all know he mentored Usher and all, but what if we told you that Diddy was also probably abusing not just Usher, but also 15-year-old Justin Bieber? Ready to find out more about Diddy's dirty secrets? Then welcome to Gay Bible, and let's get started. Before we go into details, y'all need to keep this in mind first.
48 hours. Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose.
Okay, now please hold that thought for us because we're coming right back to it. Now, it would interest you all to know that Diddy took Justin Bieber under his care for 48 hours about 14 years ago when the superstar was just a teenager. Now, we all know Diddy's history with teenage boys. I mean, remember what happened to Usher?
Went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
Well, it seems like Diddy might have repeated history with Justin Bieber. I mean, first off, Diddy is not to be trusted with young boys due to the past allegations against him from the FBI. But recently, a clip surfaced, and we can't help but feel like Diddy might have done some wrong things to poor young Justin. So first, he gets to spend 48 hours with a powerful and famous celebrity, and that's where the whole thing gets tricky. I mean, we all knew what Usher faced when he hung out with older celebrities as a teenager. It may have been fun, but definitely not the kind of fun a child at that age should be exposed to. Back to the gist. Diddy took Justin to a Ferrari that had been packed in the garage and told him he could let him ride it as soon as he turned 16. Now, Justin was only 15 at the time. He tries getting ahead of himself, but Diddy tells him to slow down.
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this every time you come in LA. Yeah, this gonna be yours. So, every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but look at the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16, you come out, you gotta, wear your seat.
I mean, I'm 15, you could ride in the passenger seat. I got my permit. Not yet.
No.
Alright, 16.
Not ready.
16.
Slow down. Let's slow down, Justin.
Okay.
Let's slow down, okay?
One step at a time.
But yeah.
Now, Diddy didn't.
I was at a party at Diddy crib in LA. This was the beginning of 2020. You know what I mean? Diddy had put everybody else out the crib. like the influx of people he had put him out. But he had took a liking to me in particular around the time, man. It was really, you know what I mean, like putting his arm around me.
Right.
So he had put majority of the people out, but he allowed me to stay in there. Me and
Day one, we used to wake up and, pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother, we used to fight over the frosted flakes, you know what I'm saying, before pause was invented, you know what I'm saying, but it's my brother for real. We used to actually wrestle off of the frosted flakes because he used to always get up early. Now he's one of the richest stars in the world.
Yo, what the fuck did Puff just say? Nobody's gonna acknowledge this but me. Puff just said we used to wrestle over the frosted flakes, and we're streaming live. That was stupid.
With Sean Puffy Combs for a year.
That's the crazy thing. Now, that was L.A. Reid's idea, right? We're sending you over to something called Puffy Flavor Camp.
There you go.
To learn
Flavor Camp.
Yeah, that's what it was called. And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
His place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things. I went there to see the lifestyle,
right?
And I saw it, and it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I didn't say that. What I did say is that there were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it. You know what I mean?
Does he have you doing any chores? Are you doing dishes at all? I mean, to keep you humble somewhat, or are you just like, can you stay up till 4 a.m. with them and party?
I mean, I could. I actually stayed up longer than.
New allegations of sexual harassment and assault against Sean Diddy Combs. Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer on Combs' latest album, filed a lawsuit Monday. He alleges that Combs sexually harassed and assaulted him while he lived at several of Combs' homes.
Jones also alleges Combs forced him to engage in unwelcome acts with sex workers and that Combs and his staff engaged in, quote, serious illegal activity. He is seeking $30 million. An attorney for Combs said Jones, quote, reckless name dropping about events that are pure fiction and simply did not happen is nothing more than a transparent attempt to garner headlines.
Pierre walked into the bathroom and told Diddy he wanted his turn with her. As Diddy walked out, Pierre proceeded to have oral sex with her to the point where she had difficulty breathing. She also claimed that she was escorted out of the building and she was unable to use her legs after the incident. As a result of being by Mr. Combs, Mr. Pierre, and the third assailant, Miss Doe suffered significant emotional distress and feelings of shame that have plagued her life and personal relationships for 20 years, the lawsuit read. Apparently, Jane Doe was inspired to come forward by Cassie's lawsuit and the lawsuits of other women who claimed Diddy assaulted them sexually. Diddy's ex files assault lawsuit. On November 16, 2023, Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit in federal district court in Manhattan that shook the music industry. In it, she accused Diddy of physically abusing her throughout their 10-year relationship. Ventura and Diddy met in 2005 when she was 19 years old. The following year, Cassie signed to Diddy's record label Bad Boy Records, where she released her debut self-titled album. According to documents obtained from the court, Cassie said that Diddy began exhibiting signs of control and abuse following the release of her album. He was overly possessive and monitored every single decision she made, making her feel like a prisoner or his slave. She claimed that Diddy aggressively urged her to ingest heavy amounts of drugs and was frequently violent throughout their relationship until it ended in 2018. The lengthy court lawsuit also provided egregious and gruesome evidence of several incidents in which Diddy allegedly beat and raped the singer. Cassie also stated that after instances of violence, Diddy would often hide her in expensive hotels for days at a time to let her bruises heal as a means of covering up the attacks. Like a 2009 encounter in which he allegedly stomped on her face, then forced her to hole up in a hotel room for a week. Cassie also mentioned that Diddy would often force her to partake in encounters with workers that he referred to as freak-offs or FOs, and that the encounters always included marijuana and alcohol, which she was never a fan of. After years in silence and darkness, Cassie said in a statement through her lawyer,
Diddy is facing another lawsuit, but this time it's from a man. Producer Rodney Jones, who goes by the name of Lil Rod, has come forward with allegations against Diddy, which include sexually harassing, drugging, and threatening him over more than a year. Lil Rod lived and traveled with Diddy from 2022 and 2023 and recorded hours of video and audio of Diddy, his staff, and others engaging in serious illegal activity. Other names included in the lawsuit are Diddy's oldest son, Justin Combs, Universal Music Group's CEO and former Motown Records CEO. Lil Rod also claimed Diddy made him watch videos of Stevie J being intimate with other men and being groped by Cuba Gooding Jr. Lil Rod is seeking $30 million in damages.
So with the new allegations, man, P. Diddy being sued by his former artist, which is a male, this really tips the scale. It really tips the scale, man, because now it's like, man, you just full out all around with it. Sexual predator to the T. And then they wonder why, you know, Pastor T.D. Jakes and P. Diddy were friends. Well, the proof is in the pudding. You see why they were friends. You see the things that they were up to. Just to be a fly on the wall. Well, I wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall. I don't want to see or hear nothing that I wasn't supposed to hear going on with those two, man. But you see why, man. People don't just hang around certain people for no reason at all. They don't do that. You don't do that. You go around such and such because, you know, you like some of the things that they do, or y'all got this in common and that in common. That's why you hang around with people. That's why you fellowship with people, right? So when two men of this structure or this stature come together, what are they coming together for? To celebrate for what? What are they hanging out for? Because they have something in common. They have something on the down low. And you don't got to take my word for it. You know, who am I? But look at it for yourself and see. Take the feelings and emotions out of it and look at the picture. They're writing on the wall for you. And they're trying to cover it up. But sometimes you got to be able to look with your heart. Sometimes you gotta be able to look with your heart, man. Let the spirit look. Because the eyes can be deceived, man. Yeah, the eyes can be deceived. Mr. P. Diddy Combs. Will this be it for him? Will this be it for him? I don't know. Drop down in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Hit that subscribe button and the like button and the share button. Y'all already know how we get down. When Kings talk, the conversation different. I'm out.